Hi everyone, welcome to my modern homestead. I'm Janet.
I just thought I would give you a little update on our chicks. We moved them up here to their new little home. We need to refill their feed, but they're getting so big. When you pick these little chicks up, you know you're holding something. They're already very meaty, but they're loving their new little home and all their space. So I just thought I would show you. And the hubs, you can probably hear in the background, he's doing some yard work. And I'm going to be doing peaches today. Just thought I'd show you what we're up to. Let's give these babies some more feed. Yes, there is a trap. We have seen a cat, but not a good enough glimpse to know what kind of cat. We know it's not a house cat for sure. We heard it for a couple of days, then we finally saw it, and so we have a trap. More than likely it's a bobcat, but we don't really know because the experts say we don't have big cats up here, but the experts also say we don't have gopher tortoises here. And we have a yard full of them. So, anyway, that's what that's for. Hey, babies. Hey, babies. And just as an update, if you saw the first video about the chicks and how we set up the little brooder in the garage, I showed you how we just used the tarp on the bottom and built a little frame. There's the tarp. It worked perfectly. It was very easy to clean up. First things first, before I start the peaches, I've got to get my counter clean. I don't like to can in a messy, dirty kitchen. So, got to get the table cleaned off. That's the hub's pants and stuff he's been cleaning out, and some new ones we've got to get washed. But he told me to do his rub because he's grilling today. So I need to get that done. And then we're going to work on the syrup, and I've also got to make a squash casserole. So let's get busy. Now our kitchen is all clean, so I'm going to get started on the rub for the meat for tonight and the syrup for the peaches. Alrighty guys, I have my trusty ball book out to help me with my syrup because I'm ready to get my peaches started. Ten cups of water. Six and a half cups of sugar. Now all we will do is just let it heat and dissolve the sugar. And then we're finished. We'll just pour it in the crock pot, leave it on warm, and get on the peaches. To do this, I just keep stirring until it's all dissolved. And once the water is clear again, I'm starting to see the bottom of the pan now, but once it's clear again, the syrup is ready. And we'll just put it in the crock pot at that point. And you can also see I have a pot ready. This is actually my canning pot, and this one for some reason is warped. And it takes a while to heat up, so I'm keeping my water warm in that till closer to time to can the peaches. Almost ready. Just keep stirring. Alright, we're going to pour it into the crock pot. Okay, syrup is done now. I'm running water in my sinks that I've just scrubbed down really well. And in this side I added just a little bit of basic H that you just saw me clean with. And that's not an approved method from Shackley, but I've always washed my fruits and vegetables in the basic H. And it's just a few drops. So I'm going to put my peaches into this side and let them soak for about 5 minutes and just kind of scrub them with my hands, and then I'll put them in the clean water and we'll be ready to peel. I went ahead and separated the peaches before I got started on the water. These are still a little too green. These are golden. And we'll give these a couple more days, but we'll go ahead and do these today. All right, we're done scrubbing them. Now I had to put the phone down, but use both hands and just scrub them around in both of your hands together, no harder than you would wash a baby's dirty face. Just enough to get all the yuck off. Look how pretty. Now the other day I bought number 2s and they were harvesters. I was not pleased with those at all, but these are really nice. Now they have a little bit of damage, but they're number 2s. That's what you expect. I actually talked to the guy who owns the place when I was getting these, and he said that they had had some hail and it damaged some of their peaches, and that's what these are. But other than that, they are great. I'm really excited. So we're just going to get these out of the sink, into the bucket, and we're going to get busy peeling. Let's go. All right, we are ready. I've got everything set up. Got my peaches here. Into here I will put my peels in pits, and into here I will do my slices. I'm not going to spend much time going over how I peel my peaches and going into freeze stone, clean stone, and whatnot. I do have a video on that, and it continues to be one of my most popular videos. So look down in the description and I'll link it there. Okay, it's been about an hour and 10 to hour and 15 minutes, but all the peaches are peeled, and now we're just going to pack them into the jars and pour the syrup in them. Okay, I have a pack of vanilla beans. This is grade B, and these are Madagascar bourbon vanilla beans. So I'm going to take 1 or 2 and divide it into maybe 2 or 3 pieces, it just depends. And then I'm going to stick a piece down in each jar before I add the vanilla. Okay, there we go. So just tuck it down into the jar. If you wanted to, you could add a little bourbon to these peaches. But I'm not going to. It'll just give it a little extra warmth and flavor. All right. All 9 jars are done. So let's put the vanilla in. Did I say put the vanilla in? I meant to say put the syrup in if I did. Okay, it's still nice and warm. And we're going to fill this, ooh, I forgot to look. I think it's 1-inch headspace. I'll check. And if I'm wrong, I will write it into the video. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's bright on this side of the, oh my stars, the kitchen. It's watching the camera and not my peaches. Okay, and then you want to debubble the best you can. Peaches and vanilla under my fingernails. All right, and we'll do the rest of the jars and we'll clean the rims. If your water level drops too much, just add a little bit more syrup to it. You're good to go. Okay, all the jars are filled. Now all we have to do is wipe the rims, place a lid on, and a ring. Don't tighten it down too much, just finger tight is tight enough. Let's get the rest of the jars done and then we'll can them. I was wrong on this headspace. It's a 1/2-inch headspace. So don't mess up like I did. 1/2-inch headspace, and then we're going to water bath them for 25 minutes. Here we go. They're in the rack in the counter. Now we will lower them. There we go. Now once they're up at a rolling boil, we'll set the timer for 25 minutes. Okie doke. Let's turn her off. Now at this point, just like when I pressure can, I don't touch this until my water comes to a complete standstill. No bubbles, no anything, just completely still. So let's give it a few minutes. Oops. Unlike with my pressure canner, I do move this off of the heat and let it cool. And I will take the lid off right away. Always, always, always open away from you. You do not want to get burned by the steam. I've got on my Vader gloves. They make canning so much easier. Okay, now here are some of the peels and pits from the peaches we just processed. I am not going to waste this. I'm going to cover this with a little bit of water and we will boil it for 10 minutes and then we will let it sit for at least 8 hours. You can let it go overnight, and we will use the liquid from this to make peach jelly. It is so good. Waste not, want not. Now, it's been a couple of years since I've done this, but this should give us enough liquid to make 2 batches of jelly. Yum! Now, while this is still cooling for a few more minutes and that's going, I'm going to work on my squash for supper. Okay, I'm going to take the remainder of our beans and I'm going to put them in this quart jar and cover them with bourbon. And that way, we will have our own vanilla. That seems to be everybody's favorite of everyone I've given it to. So, I'm making more. Well, never in my life have I emptied a bottle of liquor. I have this time. I guess I'll have to go to the store and get more. But anyway, you just fill it up and cover the beans. Leave it for 4 to 6 months. I actually split my beans so it could be done sooner than that, but the longer you leave it, the better it is. There we go, my friends. We have all of our peaches done. We have 9 pints of vanilla peaches and 2 quarts of just regular peaches. Now, when you cold pat peaches, if you don't really pat them in there, they will float just like this. That's okay, not a big deal, I don't care. Now, if I was entering them in the fair, I might be a little more careful, but I'm not. They'll eat just fine. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are having a wonderful day and a happy and safe 4th of July. You know I love it when y'all come and spend a few minutes with me. So until we meet again, may you be blessed. Love you guys.